Hi, good afternoon. My name is Osvaldo, and I'll be presenting my final project today. And in it, I'll be doing a brief analysis of some of the issues that we went over in class during the semester. And at the same time, I'll be putting into perspective what I learned and took away from this course throughout the semester. And so for this presentation, I created a PowerPoint with several slides that are simple, concise, and to the point. Nothing fancy. And they're short, because of time constraint. So without any further ado, I'm gonna get started here. And so this first slide serves as a platform to point out what I learned at the beginning, during the semester, and towards the conclusion of the semester. So here are the 5 topics that I selected from the issues that we went over in class. So as you can see, issue number 1, should the curriculum be standardized for all? Is privatization the hope for the future? Is the inclusive classroom model workable? Are local school boards obsolete? And can zero tolerance violate students' rights? So these are the 5 topics that really caught my attention, and I wanted to talk a little bit about them and expand if possible on them, and give my input. Okay, so issue number 1. I remember that when he came to talk about this issue in class, my answer to this was no, because if you take away the students' rights to be creative and spontaneous, then what's left? And also, if there were more freedom for the students to do away with what interests him or her the most, then the student could be more industrious. So at the beginning of the semester, I wasn't too aware of this issue. I didn't know really much about it. I didn't know what to think of it. But towards the middle of the semester, I kind of got a better idea and understanding of it. And so towards the end of the semester, I noticed in my observations how, for instance, where I was observing how when kids play when kids are little bit when you give them freedom enough to have them explore and ask questions, I think that creates a safe environment, and it empowers them to be creative and spontaneous. Okay, so I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible because I know I'm running out of time. So issue number 2 is privatization the hope of the future. So I don't really think it is, because first of all, some of the companies who are trying to take part in this have no background in education. I'm not at the same time, I'm not saying that all of them don't, but I want to think that most of them don't. And at the same time, I don't intend to say that they won't do a good job, but I would certainly like to see entities that have more experience in the field of education take part of this, if the case were that privatization of schools were to happen. So I would really want to see companies have more experience in this. So at the beginning of the semester, I wasn't too aware of this. Towards the middle of the semester, I kind of got a better understanding through the video and our discussions in class. And now towards the end of the semester, I am more aware of it. I'm certainly want to know more about it and be more involved. So yeah, that's that. So I'm going to move on to 3. Is the inclusive model workable? So for this one, I believe that if teachers can acknowledge and adhere to inclusion in the classroom, they can change and improve the way students interact with one another. So this is very important because every year more and more schools and classrooms in America are changing. There's more immigrants coming into the country, so things are changing, and even people with disabilities, they are the number of people with disabilities has incremented. So it's a good thing that the inclusion model is good, is working. So a big yes to that. And at the beginning of the semester, I was somewhat aware of it, just not as involved as I would want to be. Middle of the semester, yeah, I was more aware again through our through the lectures and our discussions and videos and stuff. And now towards the end of the semester, I'm certainly more aware than what I was at the beginning of the semester. So our local school boards obsolete. In short, as I mentioned above, I don't see an easy way out. I don't think there's an easy fix to this issue. What I do believe is that maybe there should be some type of local government system that oversees everything, like the local districts, school boards. Yet at the same time, I have to say that the main objective of the improvement in well-being is and should be for the student, and not for the politicians and governments. So again, beginning of the semester, I wasn't too aware. In fact, I've only attended a school board meeting once, which I plan to change that and be more involved. Middle of the semester, same. I learned more through the class and our discussions. And again, at the conclusion of the semester, I certainly would want to be as much as possible involved with local school boards, if possible. The last one, can zero tolerance violate students' rights? Definitely. When it came to talk about this in class, this was a hot topic, and for this issue, I believe that yes, zero tolerance violates students' rights, and I think we saw it in class with the girl who was searched. I mean, she was accused of having illicit drugs, and she was pulled into the principal's office, and she was asked to remove some of her clothes. And I thought that was extreme. I thought that there should have been some other way to handle that, like calling the girl's parents, or maybe having other authorities be involved. So yeah, I think zero tolerance violates students' rights. At the beginning of the semester, I was somewhat aware of it, not as much. Middle of the semester, I did get a better understanding of it. Basically because of the book, our discussions, class lecture, and now I am certainly more aware and definitely against it. So to conclude, the takeaway message and conclusion, I want to say that I acknowledge diversity in schools, like for instance, starting with people with disabilities, other minority groups, gifted children, etc. Have sympathy for students always. Be patient and persistent. Be a tool of inspiration for students, and definitely. I believe that all students have the potential to succeed if their teachers have faith in them. Just like some of my teachers had faith in me when I started college. So there you go. That's my presentation. I hope you liked it, and thank you very much.